September 2024, I moved to Montreal, not knowing anyone. And 3 months later, I got the keys to 5335 Saint Laurent, Maison de VITAE. I didn't just want to build a retail space. I wanted to build a home. In 2023 and 2024, we really experimented with doing pop-ups all over Quebec, Toronto, Vancouver, and the response we got was insane. Our customers loved seeing us in person, feeling the clothes and touching the clothes. When I came across the space, it was like a light bulb moment in my head. I just knew that this was the place where I could finally find a home to house that community aspect that I've always been building and make it into a real life in-person experience. The vision was simple because it's always been in my head, and the space was perfect for it since it's a long rectangle, open concept, and we could be very flexible with how we do the layout. I wanted people to walk into the store and feel like they've walked into their second home. It's a place where they can meet like-minded people, make friends, breathe, read, focus, and do creative work, and also recovery, and most importantly, move. I wanted this place to be your second home, and I think that this place did become that for a lot of people, and it became that for me too. After the very first walkthrough with our designer, it took about a month for him to come up with a first initial floor plan. And I was so nervous walking into that meeting because I'm a very particular person when it comes to creative vision, and I practically laid out the entire inspiration layout of the space. But I also know that working with someone else that's really creative, they often have their own way of creating something. March 4th, 2025, we began construction. One of my best friends, Trevor from Vancouver, came to document the entire process.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
This thing needs to be fixed.
Did you just break the glass or something?
No.
Oh my god, dude, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, I swear this thing's just gonna come crashing down on me one day.
I thought building a store meant designing a space. Here's something I learned that I didn't know. I hired a general contractor that managed the entire construction project, and then I have my designer that designed the space and had the floor plans, architectural plans ready to go. I did that because I was anticipating that I won't need to project management anything. Turns out, that is not the case. I didn't realize it meant learning how to become a contractor, designer, negotiator, electrician, wall painter, all at once. Site visits is something that I did almost every day. And throughout the couple moments that we did document, you'll see that my face is getting more and more tired. Just going through this footage alone kind of brought up that anxiety that I had every morning I woke up, because I would get a call from my contractor at 7 a.m. telling me that the world is ending. It's kind of how it felt like in the moment.
What happened at the store?
One of the first moments that I realized this project was not going to go smoothly was when both my contractors and designer had to sit me down and tell me that this project will no longer stay in budget.
I think that'll be like probably 3K, 4K.
When I make bank, I'll buy this.
If you just don't do that, you can buy this.
Exactly.
And as a small business, and as someone that has never renovated anything in her life, this was a huge shock. Throughout the entire renovation process, there were so many constant challenges that come up almost every day. Material not being in stock, meaning we had to repick the finishings. We didn't order the right tile for the front entrance. It was not commercially graded, so we have to look for a new supplier and find the right thickness. One of the most frustrating delays throughout the entire project was the floors. The floors were still not here 2 weeks out from the date that we were supposed to open. And when they did arrive finally, it was the wrong type. My contractor thought that they were clip-ons instead of glue-ons. So they had to take a step back and regrind the entire base of the floor to make sure that the concrete was as smooth as possible before they could actually start gluing down the vinyls. I think in any construction project, there are always things that you are just gonna have to spend money on, and then there are things that you could save money on. So a couple things that we were able to save money on was actually to find a pretty creative way on figuring out our recovery room. There used to be a kitchen in our recovery room, and we thought to use the same plumbing system to make the shower drain. But the problem was Underneath, it was all concrete. So in order to do the plumb piping, we would have to dig up concrete, which would cost so much money. Our designer was able to chat with our contractor and figure out that what if we just built sort of like a new floor that is elevated, and the piping and the draining system would just live in the new elevated floor. That saved us easy $20,000-$30,000. One of the other things that I was able to save quite a bit of money on was actually all the lighting. Our designer sends me a shopping list, and I look at these lights, and one single light was going to be $400 to $600 per light, and we needed about 40-50 of them throughout the entire ceiling, and I thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to pay that. So I did what I do best. I looked for a supplier in China where I grew up, and I was able to find all these lights for $700. $700! And the third thing that we saved money on was the lime wash walls in the front. To get an artist or a painter to come in and do an entire wall for lime washing and the change rooms was going to cost about $7,000. I've seen enough DIY TikTok videos that teaches you how to lime wash, and I told myself we could just do it. Me, my mom, and a couple of our team members spent an entire week lime washing the change room. Some things that were non-negotiable that we wanted to spend money on was vinyl floors. And the light tan oak color makes the space so much more homey, and it really brightens the space up. Then after 3 months of prep, we finally opened on June 7th. And the rest was history.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, come on.
And then child pose again.
After we opened, we had so many events planned throughout the entire summer. We did at least 3 events a week, and I want to take this moment to show my appreciation and gratitude for the VITAE team, because I am not the most organized boss on the planet, and they really held down the fort and was able to execute so many events throughout the last couple months. And also the partners that we got to partner up with for so many fun events, movie night, interval workouts with Jay. We have so many live podcasts with Mode. The list goes on. Most importantly, without all of you here participating and coming to our events, all this wouldn't have happened. So thank you for joining VITAE and I on this very beautiful and soulful chapter. I have been so lucky to be able to cross paths with so many of you, and many are going to be lifelong friends. Thank you for everyone here today, and for anyone that has ever believed in me, my vision, my goals, my dreams. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. There's a saying in Chinese, 生不逢时. It means the right idea, but the wrong timing. And maybe this was just that. I see this as a chapter that shaped me. And for many of us here, we found the versions of ourselves that we were looking for. Till next time!